Yes, we are very sorry to make you wait. So let us, we will cover the topic of how we can avoid those scam post this webinar. So basically, this webinar is scheduled, to explain what is the importance of SSL and how that basically works, right? Like say how the encryption, decryption, all this method, right? So what is basically SSL? Let us cover that in this session. SSL is what? Secure socket layer. It's a protocol to encrypt the data when it is getting transferred from user to the internet. Like say I'm sending an email. That email is in particular language, right? Like say English text I'm sending over internet. So while this my email or my data is getting transferred over the internet, can that be traced by someone else? Yes, it can be. I mean, it can be seen by many people, right? So how we have to protect the data, right? It's like we are talking in the crowd, huge crowd. We are talking with each other, right? So what people can do, they can listen to our conversations, right? When we're doing this encryption, what happens? Like we're talking the sign language only. We both can understand, right? Only we both can understand. So that will help you to communicate in a secured way, right? So the same way SSL encryption works, or the SSL protocol works. Whatever is getting transmitted between the server and the browser, right? Still, the data can be seen by people, but it is not in readable format. As a person, no one can read the data. What is actually happening there, right? So that's how the SSL works. Maybe let me show you the pictorial representation. So you can see this screen. It's like a certificate, like how I spoken, how I discussed, right? Like it's some kind of a sign language we can think of where we are encrypting the data. So the same here it works. If you don't have a SSL, like this is what you get, not secure, or your website is not secure, security, some kind of error code like this it will show. Let me zoom in. You can say this pictorial representation where from our system we are trying to browse a website. This is you accessing a website on internet. It can be gmail.com or it can be yahoo.com, whatever it is. When we are trying to browse, what we do, we use a certain ISP or internet connection, right? So that internet connection is given, or that gets transmitted between different servers. Say I'm trying to browse a website which is hosted in, say, United States. So when I'm trying to browse, my data has to transfer from India to United States, right? Between this duration, there is so many systems in between which is actually helping our data to transfer from here to there, right? It is like a let me take a simple example. Take a courier guy. Now earlier days, right, in maybe 20-30 years back, we have a postal system. I mean, still it is there, but that time we used to have a open cards, right? We used to send greeting cards and all. What happens when a courier is sent, or the post is sent? the postman can read that information, whatever we are actually sharing over the, in that letter, right? Later, what happened? I mean, it came in envelopes. We can close in the packet and send it across. It's the same way. Now, with SSL, what happens is whatever data is getting transmitted, it is not in a readable format. It is only can be understood by the destination, right? So people can see. Now, if I'm entering my username, now if I open a website and try to enter my email ID, right? Here I'm entering my email ID as prakash@gmail.com if I'm entering it. What happens? When I click on next, my username gets transferred from here to the Google server. When this is happening, there is so many machines or so many connectivities, right? Like from here, maybe there is 14 different steps will be there. So I take an internet from Geo. So Geo takes my data and transfer it to the next person. Same like in the postal office, when I send a postcard, the local post office will pick my postcard and he will give it to the next delivery person, right? That gets, I mean, it will keep shifting to person. Maybe 5 to 10 people will take my postcard and deliver it to the destination. By then, 5 people or 10 people are seeing my data. Same way, this data can be seen by the people if I don't have this SSL. This lock symbol you can see here, if that is not there, they can actually read what I'm entering here. What happens if I enter the username like this? Next, what I will do, I'll enter my password, right? It can be as simple as ABC123. People can actually read that ABC123. Is that good for us? Maybe you guys can interact with the reactions in the Zoom. You have a reactions button. So maybe from there, or if anyone wanted to speak to me over the call also, I can unmute you. But hope you're understanding, right? A postman can read our data. Same way, internet can read our data if you don't have the SSL enabled. Right. So when it becomes very important is when we entering credit card information or payment related anything. For that matter, maybe you sending your some documents, your ID card, your certain documents you are sharing it over the email or something. Now, when we don't use encryption, what happens is people can read whatever is getting transmitted there. In online, there is so many threats, which is actually cause problems to us, right? So we'll discuss that as well. So it uses algorithms, encryption algorithms. There is a 2048 bit, 4096 bit. So the higher the bit rate is, it becomes more complicated for people to decrypt and read the data, right? So there is a certificate mechanism works where I will have a public key and other side there is a private key, right? So it's like, maybe I'm sending a box to you, which is a locked and kept. I'm sending it over the, a public courier, right? But no one can open it until it reaches you. That means you have an unlock key. That is a private key, right? So that's how the encryption decryption works. So I sent my information like prakash@gmail.com. It is not readable between anyone until it reaches you, your server or the Gmail server, which is sitting in US. Only that can read, okay, this person has, right? Public and private keys to establish a secure connection. The browser verifies the authenticity of the server's certificate to ensure a secure connectivity. And other point, like say one is the security, of course. It also helps our reputation, right? That means whenever our website is searched by people across, our user base, Google will also, look at the reputation by seeing of course, SEO is there, keywords is there, all of these aspects are there. But still, if your website is SSL enabled, that means it has a better reputation compared to the websites doesn't have SSL. Maybe people will have a question. If my website doesn't have any user information, or if my website doesn't have any, payment gateway connected, nothing, right? Is it required? Yes. Why? Because when people are seeing at your website, the moment it shows that lock symbol I shown you, right? If it shows not secure, that means our reputation is off gone there, right? I mean, people will not look at the website to browse book, right? So provides trust and security to the visitors. And of course, sensitive information from hackers, right? And search engine rankings. This is what we're talking about. Online reputation is your search engine rankings will be improved a lot. And it is a simple statistics we took. So Norton is a antivirus and security application company. As per them, you can see here, 2020, by enabling firewalls or any kind of security implementation, they are able to avoid lot of attacks. If anyone have any questions here, you can ask. I hope this shows that gives you clarity. So there is a certificate authority will be there, which gives a certificate to us, right? And you will have a private key and public key. So your browser will carry the public key. The moment it goes to this website, it checks with the private key, whether that is matching with that private public key or not. If it is matching, then the information can be read by the servers. Okay, so we have to look at this key, this particular one. Any questions to here? No questions? Okay. So how we can actually avoid these things? The one thing I showed you, right? One of my this is my known person. I mean, every now and then we keep getting these kind of scams. You can see here. This person saw a promotion on Instagram, right? Of course, we are day in day out. We keep browsing internet. Now he saw this. Can you see this? It shows DMart, right? People will immediately get into that. Like, by seeing the brand, they might think it is a genuine. And it shows 3 into 1 kg, 390 rupees. I mean, dry fruits, of course, it's expensive. So the moment we see this kind of a promotion, people have the tendency to buy that product, right? Anyone can tell me how we can avoid this, or how we can actually at least check whether this is genuine or not? Anyone? If you can raise the hand, I can. Team can unmute. Anyone have any thoughts like, okay, before we proceed to purchase by clicking on this link, before clicking on this particular link, we should do this. Something like that. Any idea? Anyone have? No one? Vivek ji? Okay. So basically what happens is, okay, Harsh ji, या आप अनम्यूट कर सकते हो.
Yes, sir. We can check that is it SSL enabled or not. SSL certificate is there or not, because it is showing that DMart store dot online. There is nothing
Yes.
like we are going to make any payment through online. So it will saying that when you are making any payment, it should be secured. SSL should be there. So it is not
Yes.
there. So it can give us an idea that this is something fraudulent is going to happen.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thanks, Arjun. Anyone else? Okay. So, Harji, see, यहाँ पे क्या होगा ना? Of course, these guys taken the SSL as well. You can see here. Let me zoom in. See, these guys taken SSL as well.
Right. Okay.
I mean, see, now in the market, right, in online, there are people who actually gets into this business, right? I mean, they have the intention to cheat people, right? They go to any level,
All right.
right? So they might go and buy the SSL as well. So here, in this case, that happened,
Okay.
right? That's why I said, like, I mean, any other steps we can take. So basically, this domain, if you see, right,
Yes, sir.
dmartstore.online. So that we have to see that. Okay, whether that is, I mean, is it an actual website or not? There are, websites like icicibank.com. By looking at that, we might think it is icicibank.com, but there are so many I's in that. IC, like say multiple times, right? Maybe if I
Right.
replace it with the one of the I with the L, no one can actually realize that is not icicibank.com. I'll replicate the same website, same exactly like icicibank.com, and I'll send you the link. So what happens? People will have that tendency. So that is also there, right? So this is one example I'm showing you here. So
Right, sir.
here,
Right,
what I
sir.
can do is
Yes, this can also happen. You are right, sir.
exactly. So here, what we can do is we have to create that awareness first. Like how people should take care of these kind of scams. One simple thing would be there is something called lookup, website lookup. See, this is something called ICANN lookup. What is ICANN? It's one of the authority across the globe to maintain the domains, right? So now I can come here and check dmart store.online and have a lookup. So basically, what this does is it will go and check when these guys actually registered the website, right? So you can see here they just taken a month before, 10th month they taken. Right. But DMart is, I think, I'm not sure when they found, but it's more than 2, 3 years, right? Not 2, 3 years, I think 5 years, I believe, right? But these guys registered the domain just last month. And see that it's not dmart.com or something, it is dmartstore.online. So when we're doing any purchase or something, right? Please have a look at these things. I mean, we will share these URLs and all. Share it with your friends as well. Like, do not buy anything, just before checking these things. Last to last year, in one of the, one of the companies, a senior checked that website itself is not there. Now also, if you go and check this website, it won't be there. Why? Because I reported to this ICANN saying that there is a scam like this happening, and we submitted all these copies. Even the FIR actually, this is one of my known guy. FIR, I shared that FIR with these guys. There's a company called Hostinger. Hostinger, right? I mean, it's a website hosting a company. So we shared all those copies with them. Immediately, they blocked that website. But of course, by then there might be so many people got into this scam. I mean, become a victim of this. So this is one more thing you should look at when you're making any kind of online payments. And please do not just click on the links, whatever you're getting on the internet and all. And one more thing is, if you see, this is in the Instagram, they put like this. Maybe today, this URL we blocked it. Tomorrow, the same guy, what he will do, he will make something else. dmartshopping.com. It is very easy online to get registered and do any kind of scams. And immediately they'll shut down and disappear. They will not even share their actual accounts, right? Maybe there's an old person in their village, right? What they'll do, they'll take their ID card, their bank accounts, and they'll link it to these scams. Once the amount gets credited to that, they just take the money and they'll disappear from there. Now, tomorrow, even if you're able to catch hold of those people, right, we cannot retrieve the money, or the authorities, right, police department, how much they can do, because these scams are happening on like very large scale. So please be aware of these scams and create awareness. And one more scam is phishing scam. Like I told you, right, ICICIbank.com. What I can do, I can replicate the same website. I can send an email to you saying that, dear Harsh, your password has been expired. Please click on this link to, reset the password. When you click on that, it will ask your email ID, maybe your PAN number, some details, etc. Right? The moment you submit it, I'm actually capturing the data. Right? Always look at the website domain, what you type in. Right? See, like this you will get. Your PayPal account is limited. Immediately what will happen, people who have this PayPal account, they will have a tendency to click on this link and submit the actual information. When we used to conduct some audits, right, we used to send to the employees, like say there will be 1,000 employees, 500 employees in a company. We used to send similarly to this email to test how the user's behavior is. What we do, we say, your Netflix account, you can get it 30 days free, or 30 days, activation free along with some offer. We'll send out that link with your official email ID. We'll send out the email like that. Immediately, what employees will do, more than 70 to 80% people will click on that link. They'll enter their official email ID and official password. They will not look at that where they're entering that, what is the URL they're entering, because they look at the promotional offer, what they're able to get. They just see 30 days Netflix access, I'm getting it. They just click on it and submit the information. What happens? People are able to capture, the team which we have, right? They are able to capture all of the usernames, all of the passwords of the users. So please do not, get into any of these scams, or, click on those links blindly. Always look at from where this email is actually coming from. Right? For example, it is coming from your school. It might be having something like DAV schools in that, right? So look at that. Mailbox.com. It is not PayPal, right? It is not PayPal.com or PayPal.in, something like that, right? At least. And there are people, or there are certain malwares continuously working to capture user information. For example, if you have a plan to buy some, product online, right? You might be having a conversation in email, right? From your Gmail, or sending a conversation saying that, see, I'm looking for this product. I'm looking for 10 numbers, which is costing 8 lakhs or 10 lakhs rupees, right? You having a conversation, you keep negotiating online. There are people who is monitoring all this payment related email, flow. What they do is, they will send out an email as if, for example, you're talking to me to buy certain product from me for 10 lakhs, right? Immediately after a week or something, right? By seeing that mail flow, whenever I stop conversation with you, maybe for 2 days I have not stopped conversation with you, they will start a conversation replicating my username here. It will show Prakash at Minerva Info or something like that, or Minerva Info, some domain, other domain, right? What people will do, they will look at that is thinking that it is a genuine email ID. So similarly, immediately what I'll do, I'll offer, hi, Sudesh, today we are offering you 50% discount if you purchase the product today. Immediately, the person who is actually negotiating for 2 lakhs over 10 lakhs, for 2 lakhs discount, right? The moment I said 5 lakhs is a discount, immediately there is a tendency to click on the link, make the payment. There's a company in India, it's a security company. Again, they provide security to the biggest organizations. They got into this scam and they become a victim and transferred 4.2 crores. The moment the transfer happened, somehow the accountant got realized. By then, they reported to the bank. 4 crore got disappeared. I mean, from India, it went to Singapore. From that account, there is so many, like more than 20, 30 accounts. They have transferred the small amounts to different accounts in different countries altogether. They are able to block only some 15 to 20 lakhs. They're able to block it. By then, this 4 crore amount got transferred to different places. Can you imagine that? That means, no, even if you want to go and spend money to capture those guys, right? Just imagine what kind of time you have to spend, what kind of amount you have to invest, and it is country to country. In India, we are having a problem where different states itself having a. I mean, see, in if the scam happens in Mumbai, the scammer will not be sitting in Mumbai, right? He sits in a different state altogether. So only thing we can do is creating awareness and be careful, not entertain any of the online. Maybe there's someone people will call you and say, we have this promotion today. We are sending you the link. Please click on this. Do not do that. So this is the like kind of overall thing. What else we can do? One is phishing we covered, right? I'm sharing this link in the chat window. If you know any website, you just put it in this link. You will get to know when the domain got registered. All that information you'll get it. So at least if it is 3-4 years old or 2 years old, maybe go through some online, reviews of that website. Even the reviews can be written by the people who actually gets money, right? So that also we have to be very careful. So I said phishing attacks, identity theft. There's a guy in Hyderabad. He having a he one day he got an email saying that some loan amount is outstanding. When he went to the bank and checked, actually that person has never taken a loan. But using his ID proof, his documents, someone in Bangalore took the loan and they're paying it also. I mean, they're not that they paid it some amount. But imagine your name, someone is taking the loan. Do you want to allow that? So that is also one more thing. Like, you do not print, your PAN card, Aadhaar card. I mean to say, you cannot avoid that. But when you're printing it, make sure that copy comes to you. They're not just, taking a rough copy and just throwing it away. There is people who actually buy this data. Now, if I go and, offer some money to the Xerox shop guy, whenever you entering into Xerox shop, whenever you taking a printout of your ID card and all, he will take one extra copy and keep it with him. I'm not saying everyone does that, but please be careful. Make sure they are not printing any extra copies of your ID and or PAN card, etc. So phishing attacks, I explained you, right? It is the website, I'm just cloning it and sharing it with you. Always make sure you're using a strong passwords. Of course, this is also I covered. So if any questions, we can take it now. But make sure you're having a SSL certificates, enabled on the websites of all the schools. 1 second. Yeah. So please make sure you having an SSL enabled on the websites for fee collection, right? Payment gateways. Of course, they are having their own security, everything enabled. But make sure you having the SSL enabled on the website, school website. Natasha, do you want to add anything?
Hello. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Am I
Yeah, good
audible?
afternoon. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. जो आप स्कूल वेबसाइट्स हैं, मेनली स्कूल्स की साइड से एक इशू आता है कि जब भी वो ऑनलाइन पेमेंट्स के लिए अप्लाई करते हैं तो पेरेंट्स की साइड से एक क्वेश्चन होता है कि हमारे पास जो पेमेंट कर रहे हैं तो उसमें एक एरर आता है, सेंड एनीवे और गो बैक। तो अगर आप उस पे सेंड एनीवे पे करते हैं तो पेमेंट की रिसीट्स नहीं आती हैं, तो ना स्कूल में वो क्लैरिफाई हो पाता है कि पेमेंट हुई या नहीं, और ना ही पेरेंट्स एंड पे क्लैरिफाई होता है। और अगर आप मैसेजेस सेंड करते हैं स्कूल स्कूल से जो पेरेंट्स के लिए कि आपका ये लिंक है, इस लिंक के थ्रू आपने ऑनलाइन पेमेंट करनी है फीस की, तो वो लिंक्स ओपन नहीं होते हैं। तो वो लिंक्स इसलिए ओपन नहीं होते हैं बिकॉज आपकी जो वेबसाइट है उस पर अगर एसएसएल नहीं लगा है तो वो लिंक्स ओपन होने में इशू आता है। तो इसलिए आपके स्कूल की वेबसाइट पे एसएसएल होना इम्पोर्टेंट है। तो
Thank
मेन
you, Natasha.
जी।
Yeah, yeah. So please make sure that SSL certificates are enabled on the website. If you have any questions, please reach to our team, or you can write a mail to helpdesk@minervainfo.com. Our team will get in touch with you. But apart from that, if anyone have any questions, or you want me to explain any thing we discussed already, do let me know. You can raise the hand if anyone have any questions. I hope the session is some kind of helpful. Okay, thank you so much for attending the session. Sonam ji, one, yeah. हाँ सोनम जी, आप अनम्यूट करके पूछ सकते हो.
Good afternoon, sir.
वेरी गुड आफ्टरनून.
Anji sir, actually I am from DAV Karnal, and the problem which our parents are facing now, whenever they open the URL, जो website URL है, there is no लॉक ऑप्शन इन दैट. वहां पर सेफ्टी का जैसे लॉक प्रोफाइल होती है ना, वो ऑप्शन नहीं आता. तो वो सिक्योर शो नहीं करता है सर.
हाँ सोनम जी, आप आपका स्कूल कोड बता दीजिए.
सर डीएवी पुलिस पब्लिक स्कूल, पुलिस लाइन करनाल.
Natasha, can you make a note of it so you can get in touch with
यस सर, आई
आई
हैव
एम
नोटेड डाउन।
फेसिंग दिस, और
uh,
मैंने पहले भी मेल भी डाली थी, बट कुछ फीडबैक नहीं आया सर. तो मुझे
ओके.
प्लीज प्रोसेस बता दीजिए इसका.
हाँ सोनम जी, आपका आईटी आईटी का टीम पे कोई है क्या?
सर अभी आज तो बिकॉज ऑफ एचटेट एग्जाम, आईटी जो डिपार्टमेंट जो है हमारा,
हाँ,
वो
ओके
गया हुआ है. जी.
ओके ओके. नताशा, आपने
जी.
नोट कर लिया मैम का जो?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am will send you the SSL quotation and then you will revert back us on that. Okay?
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच मैम, इट विल बी अ
Okay.
ग्रेट हेल्प.
Thank you so much,
जी.
ma'am.
थैंक यू. हर्ष जी, आप आपका कुछ क्वेश्चन है? आप अनम्यूट किया था, आई थिंक.
Yes, sir. How we can purchase this SSL and what is the procedure? How much it will cost, like that?
That's what, Haji. It depends on the, like, there are, like, we given like two, three options, I believe. I think team will get in touch with you. They will, आप एक छोटा नोट डाल दीजिए helpdesk@minervainfo.com पे. आपका वेबसाइट, आपका स्कूल कोड के साथ,
Okay, sir. Okay.
they will get in touch with you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, anyone have okay, so we are just yeah, Natasha ने आप चार्ट विंडो पे मेल आईडी भी डाल दिया. कोई भी इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए, you want to understand how this works, process and all. So basically, we will get the SSL certificates, configured for you on the servers as, from our team itself. Uh, yeah, fine then. I think if no one have any questions, we will conclude the session. Hope this session was helpful for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you. Bye.